Hello, everybody. This is Chef Leisha from the Edible Schoolyard Project, and today we're talking food safety with meat and seafood. Yeah. So here I have some beautiful salmon, and these have been cut into lovely 6-ounce portions. Don't they look good? So I bet you're wondering, what do I do with this? How do I store it? I'm here to help. I promise. First of all, you need to know how to choose your seafood wisely. When you are shopping for your seafood, you want to make sure that it doesn't smell like what? Fish. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but fish is supposed to have a mild scent. It's not supposed to be overpowering. It's not supposed to knock you out and meet you at the door. You're supposed to come in and go, that doesn't smell like chicken. And the baby agrees. I don't know if you heard little baby Tom out there, but he's watching. So when you're shopping for your seafood, make sure you go to the seafood counter and you see that it is very cold on the ice and that the flesh isn't too soft. It doesn't give, it's not mushy, right? And slimy. Those are two things that you want to make sure. The flesh is firm, the skin is tight, and if it has eyes, if you have a whole fish, then the eyes are clear. So make sure you do the right thing the next time you buy fish. Next up is ground beef. So this could apply to beef, turkey, any type of ground meats. Ground meats are arguably some of the unsafest things to eat. I'm not sure you knew that, but the reason why is because it is heavily processed through machinery that is used a lot. And we count on the people who manage the machinery to do what? Clean it well for the next use. You never want to keep your ground meat for very long. When this starts to turn brown, it's done. Even if it doesn't smell or anything, because the air has gotten to it, right? And we're talking about it only takes a couple of hours for bacteria to start to really grow, right? And the longer that your meat stays brown, the longer it has been exposed to the elements and the longer bacteria has had an opportunity to grow on it. So you want to make sure that the flesh of your ground meats are always nice and red and pink in nature, and it doesn't have any type of sliminess, any type of smell. And sometimes, every so often, it looks perfectly fine when you buy it. And then you put it in the pan and it smells off. That has happened to me before. Don't eat it. When in doubt, throw it out. Make sure you follow that rule, particularly with ground meats. Next, we have some chicken. Here we have some chicken thighs. These are good looking thighs. Now there are a couple of blemishes, but that's okay. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the chicken. The same rule that applies to the fish and ground beef applies here to the chicken. There should not be an overwhelming smell. It shouldn't be slimy. It shouldn't have off-putting colors. If you see greens, purples, blues, lots of red other than, some marks from where the hairs were plucked out of, you probably have some bad chicken. So I wouldn't consume that if I were you. Most of the incidence of foodborne illness happens with time and temperature abuse, which happens more often with meat and seafood and shellfish than with vegetables. What does that mean? That means you went to the grocery store and you came home and you were tired and you didn't put your groceries up right away. All of the time that food was in your basket, in your car, and on your counter, and before it went into the refrigerator, all counts. Bacteria starts to grow within 4 hours. All of the change in temperature and environment affects your food greatly. So if you want to reduce the amount of instance of someone getting sick from eating food in your home, you have to move quickly to get your food refrigerated or into the freezer. One of the main tips that I have for you if you are a meat eater and purchase meat is to use the crisper, the bottom of your refrigerator, to store your raw meats. I know. The manufacturers of the refrigerators want you to put vegetables in there. But meat packaging is not secure. That plastic wrap and everything that is surrounding it will not hold all of the meat juices. If I were you, I would purchase just what you need for a short window of time. put the meat in the bottom of your refrigerator on a pan, in bowls, in containers, anything that will house and contain any possible juice slippage mismanagement in the bottom of your fridge, and all of your vegetables and everything else above it. And that's the safest way to go about it. And make sure that you consume all of your meat and seafood products within a short window of time very quickly. And for those of you who are folks who freeze your meats and seafood, freezing on your unthawing the frozen meat on your counter is a no-no. Don't do that, because you are exposing your meat to unsafe temperatures over an extended period of time. The surface levels of the meat will thaw out before the inside does. So what does that give? Opportunity for bacteria to grow. Guess what? You want to plan ahead and put all of your frozen meats in the bottom of your refrigerator 2 to 3 days out before you plan to cook it. That way it has an opportunity to thaw at the right temperature for the right time. All right, that's it for now. See you later. Bye.